trying to get some eyes on what we're looking like for the agents.
I'm running. I see no
have,
changes on the side of G2, I think. I see the deadlock.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, from a join, I see the Yoru.
We got it up here as well.
Yeah, so they're going to be playing this comp a lot on different maps. Here it's obviously with that Brim, but really looking to see how Leaf and Trent on this attacking side are setting up traps. I think the combo of the net and the drone, even with the missiles, all of that has great synergy.
I want to see a little bit of the fakes. I think that I'm missing it. That synergy that we've seen in the past between Trent and Jogamo, especially with that deadlock that you're mentioning, Mimi, that has to give G2 the edge.
We're going to map 3. Now is the time to bring back the expectations. The 4th seed from Pacific, a DRX that didn't look like they would even be a competitor for top level internationally this year after going out early at Bangkok, missing out on Toronto. But now they're here with another fresh meta read, playing against a team who people thought could win this event, could make the finals, and now an opportunity to eliminate them, Bea, in the first round of playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. The pressure is going to be on both of the teams. We had questions coming into the second one. Is DRX going to be able to have a resurgence after map 1? And so they did. Let's see if they can bring it home.
All right, everyone, it comes down to the final map. Can DRX do to pull off a upset of the tournament? Let's send it back over to your casters, Achilles and Paper Thin.
Thank you very much. Here we go, a final map to determine which one of these two teams is going to be staying in the tournament and which one will be going out in the first round here of eliminations in playoffs. DRX doing damn well to rally back for the end of that abyss, but it was shaky from the swap of the sides just about all the way until the very end. G2 show how tenacious they can be, how long they can hang in there. Now they show this bind, something that they have not shown since the Grand Finals of Americas. First time here on the Parisian stage.
Oh, I was believing in the G2 comeback. It just felt like they had the read. It felt like they were unstoppable, but DRX, with that last time out, able to get the adjustments they needed, able to get through a tech pause and stand up when they needed it most. And they're gonna go all ghosts versus quite a few classics and, of course, the Jogamo Frenzy. And it has to be a strong defender side because G2 is fearsome on their defender side. Both of these teams want to do damage.
Quick snake bite here, just looking to try to shut this down as Gunman is going to be refracting all the way back through. Doesn't get the opportunity to try to go for that peek as Jogamo just going to be hounded down. Trent will fight back for one. Goes towards combat, clears out that clone. Jonah P opens up Hookah, Spring goes down, but flashback here, drops the spike now. Two players from G2 split away from this objective.
We're just gonna have to try the rewrap. No util left.
You have to wonder why. Is the spike in hand there? Nobody else committing forward. So far away.
They
Will
want
be
to
a wrap back around the long.
Yeah, they want to get that deadlock util deep. Set up for those post plants, but DRX able to stand firm. Gunman thought about in the corner. Haunt to check close.
Swing out, and Gunman great for the one tap. Valen needing to pull off some incredible heroics, but just doesn't have the health to do it. DRX will continue to maintain dominance here in the pistols. 4-1 in that regard, but G2 now starting on this attacker side. We suspect the Stinger buy should be coming in.
Definitely could be thought about. Gunman's so sharp on Abyss. Still looking clean here on Bind. Bane, always going to be that hype man.
To go back in though, they're not going to be going for it.
Looks like it's couldn't get that plant down. Maybe just don't feel like the extra money's going to be there. A little bit of util being bought here and there, but otherwise it's just classics.
Haunt cleared, quick exit.
Slowing them down.
Gate crash forward as the saturate does go in, but Gunman not looking to overextend, plays it out very patiently.
Yeah, I like that. Something. Oh, thought that would connect.
Orb going to be given over here, Leaf. Believe the one that grabbed that up. This flashback just looking to play contain. Keep these players locked into showers. And on a very thin line, but not going to be flashing himself in. Just looking to make G2 think twice with that tiny little gap in the smoke. More than enough for flashback to be able to collect the kill.
Portal closed.
Valen just not even looking. Flashback ready for the smoke to drop. Off to the other side of the map goes the TP. Check through the teleporter of the Prowler. So a little bit of pressure going to be put onto Mako and Bane. God, Mako, good for the first. Good for more.
It looks forward, does eventually get overwhelmed, but it's a weapon that can get scooped up. But Jogamo able to do a little bit more damage here. Looks like he'll just tuck back, perhaps grab the orb, but
My portal broke.
seems like he's just going to go TPing, wanting to try to get the spike planted. And will be able to do so. It's DRX. Quickly storm their way back across here towards this A side of the map.
10 seconds left. Spike planted.
Nice damage done.
Willing to try to lead the charge and flashback there at Heaven. Puts himself at 3K as DRX will get the 2-0 start.
Yeah, let's see if that's maybe a sign of things to come for Jog on this map. That's decent damage. It looked like it was going to be pretty clean there, but has a nice flash out. Bane can't quite fully turn it. Some good holds from flashback though at Showers. I like the way they play that. Something that frustrated me with EDG early on in this tournament on this map was on an anti-eco, Kong went for the big flash player right around that same corner, committed to it, and EDG fell.
Cutting through.
But Gunman, wise to that big push, sees if he maybe catches somebody on the edge of that saturate. A big B stack. Gonna be a shotgun for Mako.
FD in hand, playing at Hookah. Going to be cleared. Bane now hearing the stealth drone rushing forward. Looks for the clear, but does get caught. Prowler will reveal the Bucky here after all. Mako just layering in this molly. Just go ahead and keep himself isolated away from the enemy players for now. Jogamo going to be able to find one. Flashback going to be taken down. That's that Bulldog now out of the equation for DRX, losing out on a good amount of firepower.
Deadlock wall in place. Should be pretty tough for DRX. Mako just stuck in Hookah.
Multiple mags to try to break down these segments and still have to clear another if you want to try to scale forward into this site whatsoever.
Yep.
Swing in. Jogamo will lose his life. Clear the segment. Hold forward, but no, Leaf not going to be good for that second kill. Gunman is able to find him. Weapon now upgraded over to the Vandal. Fallon spotted here into the corner. Bane going to be swinging forward, managing to get that kill.
Whoa.
Gets a headshot, snappy in on towards Trent. Time now starting to get away as the Prowler will be chasing in. The round is over, but the damage is dealt. DRX not going to be able to convert this bonus, but they get damn close. It's only Jonah P left standing.
That's more damage than I thought they were going to get out of that retake. Just another great entry from Yunmin. G2. Nice opener for Jaw. When he's getting first kills, good things tend to follow. It's an overwhelming position. Still with nothing but a Bucky there for Mako. Didn't have much hope. A great saturate from Yunmin to set up Bane. So it's going to be a bunch of weird weapons coming into this one. Flashback going to go for the Outlaw. Got a couple players on G2 are weak to it.
Sees net. Flashback does get caught by that, but has the exit. Jogamo storming forward to open up some space here for Leaf. I think better of it, wanting to get Dimensional Drift online rather than put Leaf one away.
Yeah, I like this. These are such impactful rounds for G2 is when Jog has that ult because he's so steady. He's so smart with it. He knows where the gaps in the defenses are. Will catch you from behind when you're just not ready. So gonna switch sides of the map seemingly. Leave Leaf on his own. Does get checked by the Prowler, but starting to look like it's gonna shape up to be a B hit. Again.
Crash now sent out. Flashback will be able to join in quickly. Spain just fishing for anything that he can get. Sends the haunt. Here's two guns fire off now. Dimensional Drift going to be in play. It's Jogamo. Goes forward here. Scouting at the side. Gets the spot onto ones. Looking for a little bit more. Finds Mako. Will have to go here for the exit. Peels out, but it's right in front of Bane, who's able to go ahead and shut him down. Mako at the same time. Steady here on the site. Puts himself a second. And sprays down for the 4K. Orbital strike now online. DRX not allowing for G2 to tie it up.
What great stuff here from Mako. Gets hit with a ton of util. Bane's there to at least cover Jog's exit from the Dimensional Drift. And they just line up a bit for him too.
Nice, nice.
I want to give a shout out to Bane. He was the top fragger for DRX against Team Liquid on this map. Doing a nice job holding down this B-long angle. Gonna shift positions a bit. Now it's gonna be freeing over on this side. Flashback.
Oh, goes off the Prowler, opening the door, and Leaf is immediately dispatched. Woo. Great setup. Spain nearly getting caught here. Sends out that seize. Tries to align the spray for the second kill, but cannot make it happen. Weapon not yet going to be collected, though. It's deep in the garden. They set up the smoke to try to collect it, but Mako, he's just doing the Mako thing, and he's just taking names through smokes. Valen to see if he can try to get any additional damage dealt here, but freeing a little bit faster on the draw. DRX now up 4-1.
This is going to be a crazy round coming up. Both teams sitting on some pivotal ults. You've got the Annihilation, you've got the Orbital Strike, you've got the Armageddon for G2. This little trick play there with the Prowler. Bane just trying to throw that seize down and bail himself out. Jeez, Mako.
He's got a turret.
And then you've got Dimensional Drift, Nightfall, Orbital Strike for Mako. So both teams sitting here on a lot of ults. For G2, the economy will be bad if they can't get this to go.
Armageddon going to be sent out, clear out this Showers angle. Stealth drone to try to chase forward. Spring does get marked, and that's going to be the Orbital Strike. He's just being forced to push forward in towards the enemy team. Does eventually get taken down, but it's going to be 2 kills found here as Leaf gets burnt to a crisp. Solid response. Jogamo able to go ahead and bring this back to parity, but the damage onto him so very much. A regen shield not going to be doing much when you got 5 health behind it. Spike now stranded out in front of the portal.
And now you've got good coverage here of Showers with the operator. Trent goes for the peek. Could be in trouble. Haunt trying to get some info. Dodged by Trent. Flash over the top.
Bane just going to be shrugging that one off. Getting out from here. Yep, looking impossible. 3 players surviving. The op still in hand. DRX. Once again, accruing a massive win streak here for themselves. Even the Annihilation ends up getting burnt here.
And it's because DRX is so quick to react off of this ult pressure that Mako's able to get into a position to cover with an Orbital Strike of his own. Sure freeings in Dead Man's Land.
Must be G2 fans. That's going to be a timeout call.
Oh no.
Same exact position, same exact scoreline, same exact rounds won that we saw from DRX on Abyss.
And they still rattled off 3 more in a row before G2 started that epic 9-round comeback.
For Josh RT here in the coaching booth, needing to jumpstart the engine a hell of a lot faster. So when it did get going, it was looking great. Fizzled out just a bit by the end of that map.
I think
finding their impact here on this attacker side.
Yeah, to me it feels like 4 or 5 should be comfortable for G2 on this attacker side. Less than that, and I have concerns because of this double duelist comp.
And that's precisely it. The fact that DRX, granted, yes, Spine oftentimes going to be that defender-sided map, they're able to run away with it while piloting this double duelist. You have to be all the more concerned once they go on that attack. And that's where their bread should be buttered. The 4 Sheriffs, classic here for Jogamo. Try to pull off a Thrifty, work some magic, get back into that driver's seat.
And they're going to spread the map a little bit early. Push out, 3-man, Stim Beacon there. Valen looks for the fadeaway, but doesn't connect. Immediately, a peel off for DRX. Flashback going to be up in heaven. Keeping that Showers angle on lockdown as best as he can. And gotta be a little bit careful there, Bane, but not be understated. No, they're going to push this, it looks like.
Prowler to check. Clone to go ahead and clear it. So now, no real access over towards this B side of the map.
This is all a ruse, but DRX isn't biting. They've held their ground.
Players.
Yeah, their strong side still A. Hunman one away from his ult. So the ult cycles here. Pretty impactful for DRX to keep their leads solid.
Salvo the zone back, but Snakebite to delay. Bit of damage, as well as Decay coming through. His flashback just going to be putting that mask on, and immediately the wall segment's going to be broken down. As there's the spot out, Gunman just swoops in. He's able to find the spike planter, but doesn't keep himself alive. Push out, Valen with a great shot is able to find flashback through the smoke. Spike not yet being committed to, maybe an opportunity for a pivot. As Molly goes off to cut off this angle of approach from Freeing. Will be sticking to it here on this A side.
It's all about Bane's lurk.
Face your fear.
Mako getting deafened there. As that Nightfall goes across, Jonah P going to be taken down to 3v3. No weapons recovered here for the side of G2, so still going to be operating with just the pistols to try to make this happen. Leaf going to be known. Balanced position as well. Noted. As Mako holds his own for one, looks for the second. Runs out of bullets though, and Leaf on the peak is able to find Freeing, so the fuse not held to half quite just yet. Valen swoops in, finds it, and confirms the MasterCard Thrifty with a 3K.
Oh man, what a win for G2. Right when they needed it most, they're able to dial up a special round. This kill on the flashback, pivotal. Able to get that spike planted. Wow, Valen hitting some beauties with the Sheriff. Yeah, now it's time for the DRX fans to mold a little.
Given how things have been going, losing a round like that, they just get this massive injection of cash back into the hands of G2.
And you get the op for Jog.
Could be messing with him. It's a clone through, flashback, the real thing still sticking around now, going to be forced in to that teleporter, but it's a double stack setup here. G2 effectively trapping him in position until they force out. And a final
Mako, though.
Little jump, but yeah, Mako deep into market.
He's just going to hold there. Just looking for info.
Not sure if they're going to give him any audio cues here.
He's gonna,
Spike going to be recovered.
I think he might have heard a little bit.
Freeing at the same time, able to find Jonah P down short. Valen caught with a knife in hand, stims his way out, and Trent, a very nice shot to get the shutdown there onto Mako. It's still going to be a player advantage to the side of DRX.
Now you're going to have this op to contend with no smokes to cover. So one way or another, you're going to be walking into danger. Jog trying to do what he can.
Quick peek in, but this time no one at home there in heaven. Checks in close. Spotted.
This is all going to be on flashback.
Makes his exit. Does still have that operator on the line here.
30 seconds.
Try to hold it down the swing. Getting ready to come through. Salvo forces him off the angle. He eats a pulse, re-peeks it, does find Trent, and confirms the spike as well. A flash to try to delay. I believe he called a glimpse onto Leaf, and Leaf catches a stray. Jol gonna be good for one. It will just be a grab of the orb here.
10
and a
seconds
concession
left.
of the round. Not gonna be able to get this one over the line.
Love that from flashback. The confidence to go through the salvo for the follow-up. Gets the spot after the flash onto Leaf. Able to shut that round down. Great opener from Freeing as well in that onto Jonah P. Didn't get to see it just through the smoke.
Yeah.
And this is so brilliant from Mako, finding the gaps.
You can see the sheer panic there on Valen's face. Completely unread.
Economy's wonky for G2. They're able to get a couple rifles to back up the op. Stinger for Jonah P. He's looking for some of that pressure, but so far DRX hasn't had to dip into that well. They've been able to play some pretty default heavy stuff. Shut down the chokes. Get those crossfires. Outduel their opponents. That's how they've been winning here so far. Ooh, the timing
Looking for
there.
the shot, but yeah, just split second too late to be able to find some damage. Pressure now coming through as Leaf is just pushing off the back of that one, but Mako, top of tube, takes him down. Rough go of it so far here for Leaf. Prowler will eventually get the grab. Op gonna be noted. Talking about trying to see if that swing out of showers ends up coming in. See, he's getting the connection, the shot. Not gonna be going in, but Freeing still holding the line. He's able to find one. That's their own operator. Now down on the ground, and Jonah P gets some damage, but cannot get the kill. Hyunmin locks onto the head so very quickly. Once again, G2 left reeling, looking like they're just going to stay tucked
30
back
seconds left.
to save these rifles.
Mako maybe has something to say about this, but Trent holding in ADS. Let's see if Mako gets the read.
Checks in towards that position, swings in, and will be met with his demise. One away now from another orbital strike, but does hand over a weapon upgrade to
10
Trent.
seconds left.
A bit of a consolation prize here, perhaps. Freeing, maybe looking to try to take it away from him. Has he read the reposition? He has. He can't do anything about it. Either way, 7-2 now. DRX confirming a lead at the half. The question is, how massive is it going to be?
This is just a huge win for Mako out in the open. He tries to swing, but can't quite get there. Wow, that is fast from Hyunmin. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
And if you're Jonah P, what more can you say about it? Man just hit one hell of a shot.
I mean, he's come alive in the big moments now for DRX. That's saying something for the rookie.
Both teams that have been on the back foot in these maps have had to commit both timeouts in the first half. Twice in a row now here for the side of G2. Just 3 rounds separated. They got themselves a thrifty the last time out. This time we'll have a bit more firepower to work with. But that hasn't mattered too much for them.
No. And you've got Jogamo's ult. Again, such a powerful tool in the hands of these G2 players to give them information, to give them reads. And it, so far, trying to hide this map here in Champions hasn't benefited G2 just yet. But still, again, we switch over to defender side for G2. Could be a different affair. They need to get a couple more, it feels like.
There.
Freeing's got the pit. He's just gonna let it go off the rip and short.
Dimensional drift here at the ready for Jogamo. Freeing's playing back, so might actually not be committing it in quite just yet. Maybe see what the early contact looks like on the opposite side of the map.
Got players here to help clear this drone.
Just be cleared. Clones coming through. Saul, an elbow there, flashback. Gonna be eating some damage here, a hell of a lot of it. As he falls down to 28.
Time to jump.
G2 now going for the pivot, and Mako already on the rotate, making his way back through the spawn.
Look at Leaf, he's just tucked in, watching that TP in case Flashback had to take it.
Dimensional drift now gonna be coming in.
Here.
Far too late to try to send that pit. Maybe for a retake, but Jogamo to get himself situated forward here. Into Lamps as the pit now does go down.
I like that. That slows Jog up.
And they try to contest this. Spike gets planted. Jonah P gonna be cooked though. As Trent also gets taken down. Barrier mesh trying to get cleared out. Fallon here at Dice. Gets the spot out, but now has been noted. Pit, Fallen, Decay coming through, up and over the top, into the refract, just trying to draw that attention, trying to see if they can spray him out of this position. He narrowly manages to stay alive with 20 HP, but Flashback on the peak finds one, and Leaf can only get one himself. The defuse to come in, the timeout to mean nothing. It's 8-2 as DRX maintain a chokehold on this defense.
This is such a clever pit from Freeing. It completely nullifies what Jog wants to do into that Lamps position and try to go for that flash in the repeat to at least get one. And then they just wait him out. He gets impatient. He's holding with the shorty for the longest time, trying to make the big play.
If not for that decay damage on the Jonah P, he could have gotten out of the orbital strike.
Right.
Could have been another player there to try to pull off that post plant.
Yeah, it reaches all the way into that default position too. What a heads-up play from Freeing. Bit of a rough day for him, but that one was a difference maker.
Oh, and Flashback! What a shot! Unbelievable as Leaf is just not allowed to do anything!
My jaw's on the floor. That is unreal.
Well, this jaw's still alive. He's going to look to try to bring them back into this in a 4v5, but still just does have that stinger. Stealth drone going Bane's way. Gets cleared out, TP forward in towards the corner, just gonna be a fake.
Prowler to confirm presence though, so that means gonna keep this 3-player strong side. Bane there deals with the clone with the shorty. Flashback just ringing shots through the smoke. He knows they're stuck here. See, there's still enough time for one more rotate. Ooh.
Some more damage going to be taken. Snakebite to try to slow up the approach here. Spring has him lined up. A damn near collapse. This Fallon's the last one standing. And not for very long. A flawless round as DRX continue on their march. What a play from Flashback. Absolutely astounding.
And what a time to go for it. Starting to feel himself, starting to get that confidence. They haven't shown a crazy amount of pressure early like that.
But now, pick your poison, DRX. 9-3 curse or the 10-2 again. Annihilation online here for the side of G2. Valorant can get an orb. We'll have an orbital strike.
Yeah, you're so close to the Armageddon as well for Trent.
Big fight to try to delay once again. Flash off the angle here is freeing. Clears the clone. Spot on the Bane. But Alt not going to be able to get the grab. He's now coming in. Valorant able to cook Flashback. Finds him there with a molly. Quick turn though. Bane covering fire, keeps him protecting the Armageddon, pushes him forward, and Bane gets the shutdown on the leaf. Chaos ensues here on the site. Is Gunman catching a glimpse, sending a saturate. Re-swings looking for Valorant, but cannot make it happen. Now it all comes down to Mako. 1v2 to try to clutch it up. Sends out the molly, but now in position, very much known. The molly a little bit too late, but he finds the first headshot. Valorant going to be struck down. Looks to try to clear up the barrier mesh. And he gets them! Jonah P! Shut down as Mako is indomitable! Another clutch! Another 10-2 half!
How does he keep doing it? The gentle giant, old reliable, the 1v2, and somehow, some way, he gets it done.
Absolutely incredible. G2 needing the pistol to try to bring this back. We'll see if they can get it done when we come back after the halftime. We are back, about to go into the second half here in this elimination series. DRX once again able to pull off a 10-2 half. Did this several days ago and could not close it out. The term he talked about it, he said the energy was off. It wasn't quite there for the players, but this time it is looking very different. It looks like everyone is dialed in.
On this map, it's starting with Mako leading from the front. 17 kills in that first half. Absolutely going crazy in some of those rounds. And that last one, the chef's kiss. Beautiful 1v2 win.
We'll take a look at him here, I imagine, for our Coinbase Econ report. He's got a 95.3 rating. And he is getting fantastic conversion from money spent into damage dealt.
He's just been annihilating Jonah P there. 735 damage. That critical util, only 2 kills for Jonah P in that first half. Hard to imagine that a player of his caliber would be shut out like that, but still another half to go. We know what G2 can do. We've already seen it here today. 9 rounds in a row. no doubt that they can start stringing them together, and it has to start with this pistol. It has to be here. It has to be now. This defender side has to get off on the right foot. Couple frenzies, all ghosts again for DRX.
It's been 4-1 in pistols across the series so far. G2 only able to find one to start off that second half of Abyss. And they need it now more than ever. Leaf contact here at Showers. Immediately considering sending that barrier mesh, but thinks better of it.
Locating target.
There's a stealth drone up and over the top. Going to be able to get a spot out here as well. There's that null on to 2.
TP, jog from behind. And he's going to go back.
Trent pulling away from the angle. Freeing zone here for the moment. Salvo just to delay this plant.
Nice and slow now.
Mako tucked into the corner. Headshot going to be found by Fallon. Gets the spray down. Gunman eliminated. Mako looking for one. Will be able to find it. Leaf going to be struck down, but Jogamo quick to reply. Maintains a player advantage here for the side of G2. Leaf now making his way over. Fallon finds himself another. Wow. Great right click. As that has DRX very much on the back foot. Flashback down to 51.
One enemy
The hold the
remaining.
half and Bane going down ensures the victory here for G2. Coming alive. And they so desperately need it.
Yeah, they're getting on their feet. And it's another IGL leading from the front. Fallon there. Able to survive the one-tap headshot. Scoops up the ghost, puts it to great use there. Takes Bane out of the equation. Not much that DRX can do. Great stall with the Tejo utility again. Giving themselves some hope, giving themselves a chance. Some stingers, an outlaw, a specter for Trent. Nothing but classics for DRX, opting to just go for the full eco. A little bit of util bought up. A heavy stack the B side. I believe that's where Jog's outlaw is.
Quick clear on that haunt.
Yeah, the smoke is a little bit sus.
Yeah, bit of a gap. Try to play around. Crash going forward, and oh, Hyunmin. The corpse sent flying as Flashback joins him in the grave. Great opening shots from Jogamo.
Caught him going in the light speed. Amazing reactions from Jog.
Don't often get to talk about ragdoll effects too much in Valorant. A little bit on display there.
That was absolutely wild. Well, now you're going to have to be contesting with the deadlock util.
Leaf here at range, getting a spot.
Throwing net.
Net going to be lobbed forward. Should get the grab. Mako locked in position. Leaf, let's go ahead and get a free kill. On pace here for a flawless is G2. So in this gap, 6 rounds separating.
30 seconds left.
Just trying to see if there's any way they can get a plant in.
Forward Trent holding here with the Spectre, has the spray down onto one, anticipates the second. He won't be able to find it. Because a little bit too late, but Leaf is there to capitalize. Just the one death. G2 off to the races here. Can they get the bonus conversion? It's even better the second time.
It really is.
Thank you.
Oh, man. Just a belly flop onto the floor. A bit of a belly flop of around, but it's an eco. And you're going to have only a couple Guardians here for DRX.
It's full armors to try to avoid this outlaw.
Yep.
So it does hurt the firepower potentially a bit.
I'll find you.
Just got to find your moments here as DRX. Oh, and that's one.
The hunt reveal, Jogamo greeting for the orb. I do believe ends up getting taken down. It's a great setup. Flashback in response, eats a shot though. Damn near dead.
They're just lining up for this B hit, but G2 senses it. They feel it. They've taken so much space at A because of Leaf. He's going to be
Swooped
quick.
all the way out, yeah.
He's going to be quick on this flank, and they might not be aware of it. The deadlock util in hookah as well.
Prowler forward, there's the stun. Leaf not scaling though, he's holding back, maybe anticipating that a flank is going to be coming through, or rather a rotation. Hyunmin hits the floor, but Trent is going to be taken down. Mako able to find Jonah P. Fallon able to avoid the seize. Here's the dropout, gets the transition. Bane going to be taken down, and Mako is there. Pen shot through the tube. It's a 3v2. Spike now planted. Leaf Just that Spectre in hand. No real weapons able to be recovered. Swing onto this corner and Freeing will find the headshot. DRX not allowing for that bonus conversion as they take one more step towards closing out this series.
Doing
He's on the other side of the map. I misread that completely.
Valen, man, he's trying his damnedest. Hits a couple good ones, but Mako just right on point with that Guardian. And there's just no more timeouts available for G2.
The glass cannon.
Gotta ride the ship, see if they can get Jog going. They get some wind in these sails. Oh my God.
Leap is just not having a good time over at Showers. Flashback consistently having his number, whether it's from the defense, from the attack. He's just got that down pat.
They're just gonna take their time. Looking for any attempted lurks, but you've already shut down the main lurker. Trent will go for those from time to time, of course, but Prowler doesn't confirm anything. Jonah P with just a stinger. Nothing he can do. Nothing he can do.
A headshot on the Mako, but the kill not found. Stim beacon now. There's the Mosquito goes in. No one to bite. It means that plenty of open space to get this plant. 5v3, the orbital can be a consideration, and G2 have to save. They have to allow for DRX to get up to match point.
It's unreal to be in that position that quickly. You force up an op, and you just can't get any value out of it. DRX just storms through, playing Jonah P like a fiddle there at long. That's round over. And to have to save, giving up match and series point, I mean.
8 chances for DRX to close this out. Orbital strikes available on both sides. Leaf one away from that annihilation. But even if this does continue, the ult economy very much starting to get spun up here from DRX. Flashback is just absolutely dialed in.
He's fearsome right now. Him and Mako, the 1-2 punch. And now G2's tournament life is on the line. Champions felt like something they could accomplish. It was in their grasp. And DRX may be pulling off the upset of the tournament.
Jogamo gonna look to try to maybe replicate some of that magic that Flashback was putting up. And now
could wait for the Tejo drone to help open, but he uses the clone.
DRX is back away. Jogamo on the TP, gets himself over in towards the spawn to try to reinforce this B site. The spike gets recovered. It seems like DRX once again just want to attack towards B.
A little bit of change up in the sonic sensor positionings here. One where Hyunmin likes to land on B site, one in a different spot in Hookah. They're looking to try to play off that.
Drone gets a spot on the 2. Gravnet gonna be lobbed in. Sensor gonna be cleared. Jogamo finding the shot. Quick exit, but now he's back across the opposite side of the map. Orbital gonna be called in. Bane gonna be taken down. Valen finding value off the ultimate. Gives him a 2-player advantage. As Hyunmin strafing forward and right into Leaf's grasp. A weapon upgrade, and it seems like G2 not done quite just yet.
30 seconds left.
Should be undoable. DRX just in terrible positions.
Last player standing.
Timing shot. There's the cleanup. Flawless fashion, exactly what the doctor ordered. G2, they hang in. Now needing 7.
They're gonna have an annihilation. They're gonna be sitting on some good ults. That's a great one there. Bane just has no choice to accept his fate. Leaf with a nice stinger kill. Hyunmin not able to react this time. He did earlier in the match. You do have that orbital for Mako. Guardian to back it up.
One away from a dimensional here for both of the Yorus.
Let's see if there's gonna be a play for the orb. They're setting Jog up.
The peak, that's flashback dead. Massive kill here for the side of Jogamo. As Valen gets the spot up, cannot get that kill, puts Freeing down low. Can't put him 6 feet under. Flash is sent to try to delay. Jonah P. Grabbed here by that grasp, just locked into position. Seize will expire. Tucks back around to backside as they wait for the reinforcements to come through.
Yeah, they're waiting for that Tejo util. Actually, a little
Managing to get it out. Now the smokes have dissipated. That opens up a line here for Jogamo. He's going to put the mask on, go into the dimensional drift. Already a pivot back here from Trent, just in case. They work their way back across over towards that B site. Annihilation gets the grab. And that's going to be the kill confirmed here. Hyunmin, no other recourse. A 3v4.
Where are you?
Quick pivot, Jonah P. Arriving here at the site. Trent looking, finds it, kills it. Bane dead, Spike stranded, Freeing still on alert, back across the opposite side of the map. He will be able to find that elimination, but now Spike so far out. Mako can't just grab it and try to go for a TP play. Zed has to try to fight his way out of this one, but it's only going to be good for the single kill. G2
10 seconds left.
continuing to persevere. Halfway to OT.
That is this op for Jog that's going to be taken away. They can have enough to buy back into it. That's been a big, big difference maker. He's been able to get those big first kills. Knocking Flashback out of the round. Pivotal there. Denies that orb, denies that drift. They're so ready for it. That Prowler to set it up. Bane just not even registering that somebody could be an elbow already. You know, the Tejo had been over onto A. Had used that util. It's going to be DRX taking their first time out of the map.
It's a critical time. That dimensional drift online with Flashback's death, but you're one away from the pit, from the Nightfall. The orbital's still there. A lot of tools for DRX to try to utilize to get this over the line, but if it falls short, if they commit and still cannot close the round, you're opening the door for G2 to collect 2, 3 more rounds.
That's exactly it. This is your ult cycle. This is your chance to shut this down. G2 had to use a few of theirs to make sure they could get those 2. Now's your opportunity for the counterpunch, and you don't want to squander it. G2 been solid, been firm. Looks like they are going to be able to afford an op for Jog. So him and Freeing maybe matching in that regard. As well, it's actually Flashback, but Freeing carried the op over, passing it over to Flashback. He's the one with the ult. Mako as well.
Could be a pass over if he decides to go ahead and bring out that dimensional drift.
Just the classic for Mako here. So may not see any ults invested from DRX in this round unless they get some favorable early trades, perhaps.
Any kind of opening kill, perhaps, but now it's Jonah P. holding quite far back away from Garden.
Toxins going up.
We'll scale over towards Fountain.
Toxins
DRX just in a late linger here. Freeing, trying to see if he gets anything else over on this side of the map.
It's to clear with a pistol, trying to hide that up. Keep it safe.
They have to know that it was taken. Jogamo looking for a quick peek, but Mako stays tucked back over at Market. Not spotted. Pistol gets the clear, so they still have this hidden away. Another smoke cycled in here from VALORANT, just trying to make this unassailable, but for now, G2 have their players in position for a potential exec onto the B site, but with that exit, DRX thinking otherwise.
Drone comes through in response, though. See if this gets a rotate out of Valen. Already starting to fall back a bit. Maybe looking to absorb the pressure of an execute, but Valen, it's taken too long. He's sliding over to try to get into position. There's one more smoke. There's the molly. Jog here. Get a big one. Oh, the smoke right in time.
Hyunmin jumping forward, gets himself in towards Lamps. Jogamo, however, able to find one. Bane's going to be taken down the net now at the ready. Hyunmin able to find one. Jogamo, however, finds another, and the time is starting to dwindle. 7 seconds, needing to try to get this spike planted, but they've just been zoned away. And they're not going to be able to find the kills. Everyone from G2 could just tuck tail, hide away, taking themselves another round. Gunmen, you will rip all their weapons out of their grasp. But G2, they do not go quietly into the night.
Hanging on by a thread. And it's that Tejo util at the end and jogs up that buys them the time they need. Nice flash there to set himself up. Flashback good for it, but Freak's so weak, couldn't even stand in it. Even dies to it anyway.
Nice, let's go, boys.
Trying to get a quick
rounds
replant
around.
there.
Money. Rounds around.
It is going to be that op. So they're going to cut funds otherwhere. Yeah.
Mako has the op.
Why not?
I mean, man used to be a Jet player. 5 ultimates available here for DRX, given the non-investment in the previous round.
Who's next?
Flashback, goes through the dimensional drift, gets a spot out. Trent wary about some added pressure coming his way. It's going to be a spot on the 2 players so far, but P, unscouted. Convergent path's going to be going through. Orbital strike, looking for a catch. Valen backpedaling, able to avoid that one, but it's going to be Jonah P, dead off the river. Flashback, gets himself into the side, finds Valen, gets the spray! Chocobo going to be good for 1, but as he makes his exit with that quick kill gate crash, he goes all the way back across the opposite side of the map. Now into a 3v2 as DRX look to try to bring this to its conclusion, and G2 look to try to keep their tournament lives going, but Hyunmin finds Leaf. It's just Chocobo, and he cannot make it happen! 13-7, DRX will not be denied! Guaranteed once again, the 5th, 6th finish, if not more. Mako said knock you out, and DRX did just that.
Unbelievable. Hard to imagine that we're saying goodbye to G2 this early in the Champions. This was a team that so many of us thought was going to be able to make a deep run. But it's heartbreak. Heartbreak here in the lowers. A tough one. Some high fives, but the emotion there, you could see it. The eyes are watery. That was such a grueling match, but they just didn't have enough in the end. Well played to G2, indeed. What a phenomenal year they had here in 2025. This was always a threat. They won Americas every time. So much to be proud of for this G2 team.